Earlier, as we see here in Ladakh and Eastern Ladakh, there was not adequate funds available in Western Ladakh against the Pakistan Armed Forces.
The Government of India's first thrust is on the border infrastructure. What will be the benefit of it?
This infrastructure development is not just benefiting the armed forces, but it is benefiting the Ladakh UT administration also, and it is benefiting the tourism.
During last few years, the focus and the thrust has been put on the border infrastructure, because we have seen that how the China on the line of actual control is building its infrastructure to counter the Chinese infrastructure. Also, the Government of India initiated during last few years many projects on line of actual control here in Ladakh. We have with us the chief engineer of the HIMAC, which is building roads and other infrastructure on line of actual control as well as in the Ladakh to match the challenges of China on LAC. Brigadier Vishal Srivastava, sir, kindly tell me, because it is now everyone is aware that the Government of India's first thrust is on the border infrastructure. What will be the benefit of it, and what are the currently projects which are going on in Ladakh region around and on line of actual control, and what will be their benefit for our armed forces as well as for our civilian population, and also the boom we are seeing in the tourism, how it is going to help that?
Okay, before I tell you about the specific projects, what I want to highlight is that the old adage that Rome was not built in a day. Similarly, nations and road infrastructure require time, money and resources to build. Earlier, as we see here in Ladakh and Eastern Ladakh, there was not adequate funds available for infrastructure development. But in past 10 odd years, the outlook of the government has changed. There has been adequate infusion of funds, and as a result of that, there is adequate infrastructure development here in Ladakh region and Eastern Ladakh against PLA, China, and in Western Ladakh against the Pakistan Armed Forces. So of late, lot of important road and bridges have been completed. The road which is going up to Daulat Beg Oldi from Durbuk Shyok, that has been completed, and it has really enhanced the capability of Indian Armed Forces. Similarly, the road which is going to Pengongso Lake, that is from Karu going across Changla Pass to Tangse and further up to Lukung Pengongso, has also been developed. Apart from these, the road which is going to Loma Hanle area, that is from Upshi, that has also been developed to National Highway double lane specifications. So you see, in the past few years, lot of infrastructure development has happened. This infrastructure development is not just benefiting the armed forces, but it is benefiting the Ladakh UT administration also, and it is benefiting the tourism. Lot of tourist influx has happened, which is in turn improving the revenue and economy of Ladakh. So the roads are not just benefiting Army, Air Force, but the local administration and tourists too. The ongoing projects which are going on, very, very important strategic projects are going on. One is Advanced Landing Ground Neoma. You have recently visited that. This would be the third airfield here in Ladakh region, apart from Leh and Thois. And the most heavy military and Air Force aircrafts, including Hepters and transport carriers and fighters, would be able to land at ALG Neoma. Other than that, the strategic road along LAC, Chushul Dungti Phukche Demchok, which is CDFD, that is also being developed, and our endeavor would be to complete it in the current working season. Then roads like Hanle Chumar, Likaru Migla Phukche, these are also being developed. Migla would be the highest motorable road in the world. It would cross even the Umlingla Pass. So Umlingla presently is at 19,100 feet. That is the highest motorable road in the world. Now Likaru Migla Phukche, wherein we'll cross the Migla Pass, that would be 19,400 feet high, and it would become the highest motorable road in the world. Then we have got even funds from the UT administration for developing the Khalsa Ragam Shyok Road and develop it to National Highway double lane specifications. So this Khalsa Ragam Shyok Road provides inter-valley connectivity between Nubra Valley and Pengongso Lake. So that's why UT administration has funded this, because presently the tourists who come to visit Nubra Valley and Pengongso Lake have to visit Nubra Valley, cross the Khardungla Pass, come back to Leh, cross Changla Pass, and then go across to Pengongso Lake. By development of this Khalsa Ragam Shyok, it would save at least 6 hours of travel time to the tourists. So that's why we are developing it to NHDL specifications. And half of the road would be completed in the current working season. The balance half of the road, we are waiting for administrative approval from the UT administration. As and when we get it, we'll take another 2 working seasons to complete it. So as you see, we are getting funds not just from the army for development of strategic roads on the LAC and LC. We are also getting funds from UT administration. We are even getting funds from Ministry of Road Transport and Highways to develop the national highways. In future, we are likely to develop a tunnel across Changla Pass, which would be called Kela Tunnel. That would further reduce the timings to go to the Tangse and Pengongso area. We are also taking up the case with Ministry of Road Transport and Highways to develop 2 tunnels across Lachalungla Pass and Tanglangla Pass. This would be on the Manali Sarchu Leh induction axis. We already have a tunnel at Rohtang Pass. If we get tunnels at these 2 passes also, then it would be having an all-weather connectivity across on the National Highway 3. Recently, you would have also heard in the news and media that the connectivity of Nimu Padam Darcha Road has also been completed, and the formation would be further increased, and this also the National Highway single lane specifications, this road would be developed to. Here also a pass is there, Shinkunla Pass, across which a tunnel has been sanctioned, and that would also be developed. So this would provide the third axis to the Leh and Ladakh region, apart from the Zojila axis and the Rohtang axis.
Thank you, sir. So clearly the programs which are in the pipeline, the projects which are in the pipeline, they will actually change the scenario here in the Ladakh and on the line of actual control. But during last 10 years, those people who have frequently visited Ladakh, they are seeing this change visible when they travel and move around Ladakh. Ashraf Wani for India Today in Leh Ladakh.